Thanks for joining, everyone. We're going to focus on posture, pretty much our entire back side. So we're not going to do a whole lot of front side work, mostly posterior chain. So, with that being said, we first need to get started with wall space. So if you have some wall space close by, and you don't necessarily need to see me, you just need to hear me. So if you can't quite see me, that's fine, but if you can hear me, that's great. So find some wall space, and all we're going to do is work on our posture. So find your wall space and get your heels, bum, and upper back against the wall. Shoulders, your shoulder blades. Don't worry about your head. Head is fine, it doesn't matter. If you can do it, great. If not, no big deal. And so the goal is to get your heels, your glutes, which is your bum, your shoulder blades against the wall. If you can do your head, great. If not, no big deal. Now from there, what you want to try to do is engage your core. So you pull in the stomach. Keep that tummy nice and tight. Flex your core. Keep the heels. Keep the glutes and shoulder blades against the wall. Now, if possible, get your arms out to the side. And if you can, try to get the back of your hands and forearms, arms, your elbow, forearm area, bicep, tricep area on the wall. Now, don't worry so much about the formation of your arm. It doesn't have to be in a perfect 90-degree angle. The goal is just to try to work your posterior muscles in your upper back, your posture muscles, and you want to try to activate them by bringing your elbow, your knuckles, the back of your hand, your knuckles and fingers against the wall. Tighten up your stomach and hold it there. Now here's the challenging part. While keeping in contact with the wall, your arms, your elbows and hands reach and slide up the wall. So you're reaching up for the sky. Now you don't have to fully extend your arms. You're just trying to bring your hands above your head as much as you can, but you don't need to straighten them out. I'm not straightening out my arms at all. I'm keeping them a little bent. And then bring them down. But you're still trying to keep the back of your hands, elbows and forearms against the wall. Not to mention your glutes, your shoulders, and your heels. Come down as far as you're comfortable with, and then come up as high as you're comfortable with. Now, if your hands aren't touching, that's all right. Do what you can. Think about your core. And you should really start to feel your upper back muscles activate as you're trying to keep your elbows, forearms, and the back of your hands against that wall. And you're just going real slow, up and down, nice and easy. So we're working on our posture. Core is working as well. Tighten up your tummy. Now, if this is all really challenging, what you can do is you can modify your feet and bring your feet a little bit away from the wall. Get the glutes and shoulders back up on the wall, and do the best you can with your elbows and hands. And it makes it a little bit easier. Not much, but a little bit. And if you're having if you're having a challenge with the hands getting against the wall, it's a lot of mobility and rotator cuff issues. And that's okay. Even if you're just using your elbows to come up and your hands are off the wall, you're still working those posture muscles. And so you're just working within your range of motion. So you can modify based on your shoulder mobility, whatever works for you. Let's do a few more of these. So we're just really activating our upper back, our posture muscles. Let's do 2 more. Reach up, not all the way up. Come down, not all the way down, around shoulder height, give or take. Trying to keep those elbows and hands against the wall. Let's do one last one right here. Finish it, reach up, and then bring it all the way down and relax and move off the wall. So you should have really felt that upper back, shoulders, neck, which pretty much is the trapezius, the rhomboids, and the rear deltoids, all of it working. And you might have felt something in the neck, which is okay, it's normal. Grab your weights. We haven't done this move in a long, long time. But it's one of my favorites. It's a staple in every exercise program, strength training program. Very complicated, very detailed in the sense where it involves a lot of working parts. So the Romanian deadlifts, holding onto the dumbbells, shoulders up, back, then down. Now your shoulders are secure. Try to keep the shoulders in that position the entire time. Flex your stomach, so tighten it up, pull it in. A little bend in your knees. We're going to hinge from the hips. Think about bowing from the waist. So you are going to try to keep your hands close to your thighs as you bend forward. Now, as you bend forward, you have to push out your tailbone. Push out your bum. Bring your hands to about knee height, then slowly come up. And stand nice and tall. And check on your shoulders. Make sure that they're, again, up and back and retracted and down and secure. A little bend in your knees. Feel the weight on your heels. Start to bow and bend forward from the waist. Keep your hands close to your thighs as you bend forward. Go a little bit past your knees if you can. Now, my position on my spine is fairly neutral and straight. Nice and easy, come up. So that's the challenging part, is keeping those shoulders up, back, and down while you bend forward. And that's where the posture and core really come into play. Force the hips back as you bend forward. Now what we're stretching, you should feel it in the back of your legs, the back of the thighs. As you come down, go past the knees, go as far as you can now. But you have to maintain that straight spine and strong shoulders. Nice and easy, come up. If you start to bend forward and round your upper back, stop immediately and reset and come up to the top. Okay, so we don't want to lose our posture form in the shoulders and upper back. So again, retract, let it sink down, push the hips back as you bend forward. A little bit in your knees. It's not a squat. Do not squat. We did a lot of squats last time. We're not doing those today. Do not squat. Don't squat. If you're bending your knees a lot, it's not to say that it's incorrect or you're going to hurt yourself. It's just not correct for what we're trying to accomplish today. So just a little bit of a bend in the knees. So you can see there's a lot of moving parts to this move. A lot of mechanics. Right? But it's great. You're working on your posture. You're working on your core. You're working on your balance a little bit. And of course, you're getting that hamstring work. So you're lengthening the hamstring right here towards the bottom. Now the strength comes in through the hamstring as you start to stand up and get nice and tall. So that's how the hamstrings are working to help you. They lengthen, then they contract and help you get up. Shoulder check at the top. All right, bring those shoulders back. Keep the hands close to the thighs as you bend forward. Push out the hips. Keep the weight on the heels. Tighten up your tummy. Just a little bit in the knees. Don't forget to breathe. And so continue to work through that range of motion. Every time you stand up and you're tall, check your shoulders. Make sure they're retracted and back. Keep the hands close to the thighs. Tighten up your stomach. Little bend in the knees. Feel the weight on the heels. Bend forward from the waist. Do not squat. Nice and easy. Come out of that. We're going to do 5 more. I know it's a lot, but it's a challenging move, and we need to get the mechanics right. Shoulders up and back. Hands stay close. Bend forward from the waist. Keep it on the heels. Tight tummy. Little bend in the knees. Nice and easy stand up. That's 1. We've got 4 more to go. Shoulder check. Up and back. Tight tummy. Core check. Knee check. Little bend in the knees. All right, bend forward from the waist. Hands stay close to the thighs, legs. Push out the tailbone as much as you can as you bend forward. Nice and easy. Come out of that. That's 2. Shoulder check again. Tighten up the tummy. Bend the knees. Push out the hips as you bend forward from the waist. Easy on the way down. Easy on the way up. That's 3. Shoulder check. Tighten up the tummy. Push out the hips. Knees slightly bent. Keep the hands close. Feel the weight on the heels as you bend forward. Easy as you come out of that. We're almost there. Last one coming up. Shoulder check. Tight tummy. Bend forward from the waist. Little bend in the knees. Keep the weight on your heels. Tight core as you stand up. Nice. Put the weight down. We're going to come back to those later. Calves. Again, working on the backside. Backside of our body. Find something stable, somewhat tall to hold on to. And we're going to do some calf raises. Raising the heels up as high as you can, and then lower. Raise. Lower. So we're going to work through this range of motion. You want to lightly touch the ground with your heels and lift up. Very functional move. Your body performs this exercise naturally every time when you walk. And at the same time, you're strengthening the feet, your ankles, all those little stabilizer muscles in the lower leg. Try to lift as high as you can. Raise. Lift as high as you can, light touch, raise. Should be starting to get, you should start to feel, I should say, burning sensation in the back of your lower leg. The calves should really be working and you should really feel it, which is what we're going for, which is what we want. We're going to go for 10 more. Lift as high as you can. There's 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. This next one we're going to do is kind of similar to the Romanian deadlift in the sense where we're trying to get our body leaning forward, slightly bent in the knees, almost the same position, but we're holding it. And I'll give you a little bit of a front and side view. So our feet are about hip width apart. You're going to bend forward from the waist while you push out your hips. And you're not bending forward too much, right? We're not trying to get too far down. In fact, what you want to do is you want to reach for your kneecaps or your knees. And you can actually physically grab your knees, and that's a perfect distance to bend forward. Push out your hips, little bend in the knees, feel the weight on the heels, tighten up your tummy. We don't need any weight. Extend out those arms to the sides. Little bend in your elbows. Think of a bird flying, just gliding in the air. And these are your wings. Your arms are your wings. And that's what you want to mimic, going up and down. Short movements. Up and down. Lifting as high as you can, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. And you're not coming down too far. You know, it's about 10 inches, give or take, up and down with the hands. Flex your stomach. Protect your lower back. Raise those arms up as high as you can. Have a little bend in your elbows. Right, and you're still leaning forward. The hips are still pushed back. The weight is on your heels. The knees are bent slightly. Raise. Squeeze at the top. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy coming out of that. You should have really felt that in your upper back. Moving on. We're going to continue to work on our back side. We're going to do some one-arm rows. So use a chair, or you can use your body, your thigh. Totally up to you. I'm going to use a chair for this one. My hand's going to be on an arm bar. You can use your hand on the seat of the chair or on the backrest of the chair, or you can have that hand on the thigh. Totally up to you. But from here, we're going to row. So we're working on, again, the back side. This big back muscle called the latissimus dorsi. And from here, I'm starting with my left leg forward, right leg back, right hand holding onto the weight. And I'm just going to pull that weight right to my hip. We're going to go for 15. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Switch. Right leg forward, left leg back. Left hand holding onto the weight. And from right here we row. Pulling that weight right to your hip. The hip pocket. The waistline. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Take a little breather, get some water. We're going to start those all over again from the beginning with the Romanian deadlifts. So we're going to go through everything one more time. Grab your dumbbells. So, feet are hip width apart. Shoulders up, back, and then let them sink down. Feet are hip width apart, little bend, slight bend in the knees. Okay, tighten up your core. Let's start to bend forward from the waist. Keep your hands close to your legs as you go down. Push out your hips as you bend forward. Try to keep that flat back. Easy as you come up. All right, so take your time. Shoulder check at the top. Tighten up your stomach. Start to bend forward from the waist. Push out your tailbone. Push out your hips as you bend down. Nice and easy. Come up. Don't squat. Remember, we're not squatting. We're bowing. Think of bowing. Bowing from the hips. Bowing from the waist. Tight core. Hands stay close to the thighs. Come down as far as you're comfortable with. Get that good stretch in the back of your legs. Nice and easy. Come up. Shoulder check at the top. Bend forward from the waist. Tight tummy. Hands stay close to the thighs. Keep the weight on your heels. Push out the bum as you bend forward. Easy as you stand up. And continue. Continue to work. Push out the hips. Hands stay close to the legs. Shoulders up, shoulders back. Tight tummy. Little bend in the knees. Remember, just a little bit. Bow from the waist. Hands stay close to the legs. Easy as you come up. We're going to do 4 more. Shoulder check at the top. Push out the hips as you bend forward. Little bend in the knees. Do not squat. Easy as you come out. That's 3. Shoulder check, or we have 3 to go. From right here, tight tummy. Push out the hips. Easy on the way down. Hands stay close to the thighs. Keep the weight on the heels. Little bend in the knees. Strong core as you come up. 2 more. Push out your hips. Little bend in the knees, tight core. Come all the way up. Shoulder check. Last one. Tight tummy. Flex your core. Just a little bend in the knees. Push your hips back. Feel the weight on your heels. Easy as you come up. Good job. Moving on. Put the weight down. Find that object that you were using to help you balance, and we're going to get back into our calf raises. Lifting as high as you can. Light touch on the ground, and then immediately raise the heels up as high as you can. Try to feel the weight going inward towards your big toes. All right, so you feel the weight going towards the big ball of the foot by the big toe. And you're trying to avoid your feet rolling out to the outside. So we kind of want to force the weight inward towards the big toe as you raise. Keep going. Try not to relax for too long on the ground with the heels. It's a quick touch and immediate lift. Quick touch on the ground, lift up right away. Quick touch, lift. Quick touch, lift as high as you can. Almost there. Let's do 10 more. Here we go. 10. Light touch, lift. 9. 8. Feel the weight going inward. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. On this last one, stay up. Hold it. Stay up there. Hold it there. Stay up, stay up. You probably didn't see that coming. You didn't expect it. It's my job to keep you guessing. Keep the heels up. Bear with me. Come on. You can do it. You're strong. You're tough. Stay up there. You can handle this. Give me 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. And nice and easy, come down. We're going to switch the order up. We're going to get into the rows next. And then we'll finish with the bent over rear flies. So let's do the rowing first. I'm going to start with my left leg forward, right leg back, left hand right on top of that chair, or wherever you want it, right, on your chair, or you can have it on the thigh. Totally up to you, but I'm going to have my hand on the arm bar of my chair. All right, here we go. Pulling and bringing that weight right up to your waist, the hip pocket. We're going to go for 20 on this one. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue to engage your core and breathe. 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and easy. Switch legs and hands. Right leg forward, left leg back. Left hand holding onto the weight. And we're going for 20. Here we go. Pull that weight right to your hip. 2, 3. Activate your core. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Remember to breathe. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice and easy. Put that weight down. Last one, working on that posture. Feet are about hip width apart. Start with your hands right on top of your thighs, and then you're going to start to bend forward from the waist. And then once your palms are right over the kneecaps, you can stop bending forward from there and hold it. Make sure your hips are out. Tight core, little bend in your knees, arms out to the side. A little bend in your elbows. And so when you bring your arms out to the side, you want to be parallel to the ground to the best of your ability. Raise up, right back down. Raise, down. Lift as high as you can and squeeze your shoulder blades together. You're just lifting straight up towards the ceiling. Raise. And if it's hard for you to move up and down, then just hold it. Hold it there. Okay, so depending on what you can do, you're either holding or you're moving. Either or. They're both working those posture muscles. Either way. Keep working it. Almost there. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. Lift those arms up as high as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and easy. Bring the arms down, stand up out of that. Good job. Put the weight down or get it out of the way. We're going to finish with a little bit of core, and then we're done. Little side view for you. We're going to work on our core. We've done this one before. Sit close to the edge of your chair. Start to lean back. Legs extended out in front of you. You can have them bent if you want. Straight is a little more challenging. Lean back. Don't let your body touch the chair, your upper back. Don't let it touch the chair. This is the only thing that's going to work on the front part of our body. This is our core. Okay, so from here, hold, arms up. If you can't quite have the arms all the way up or vertical, do what you can. Maybe you're angled up in front and a little elevated up, maybe around your head height. Totally fine. Or perhaps you'd rather just have your arms bent, but still have them up. This is okay too, where your hands are touching your head, but your elbows are elevated and pointing up towards the ceiling, and that's fine as well if you can't fully extend your arms. So you have options. You can play with it. Keep your heels down, keep your tummy nice and tight, and we're just holding. No movement. If your lower back is bothering you, sit a little taller. And maybe bring the hands down a little lower. So we're just staying here. Continue to hold. Breathe. Don't hold your breath, but you can hold your body position. Continue to activate that core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay with me. We're almost there. The farther you lean back, the harder it is, the more challenging it is on your core. So stay with me, keep going. Let's do another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, don't stop early, 3, 2, 1.5, 3/4, half, quarter, and that's it. Good job. Now we are done. Bravo. Good work.